Hey everyone, thanks again for joining us for the Essentially You workshop. Today, we're going to put all of the pieces together and chat a little bit more about how clarity and confidence are going to have an impact in in all of your life and everything that you do in life. So before we go too far, let's revisit where we ended yesterday. Who has any questions for me for yesterday's session? No one yet? Okay, that's good. That's good. And what was your biggest, I'm going to put you all on the spot now. What was your biggest takeaway then from yesterday? You can enter in the chat or you can go ahead and unmute yourself and comment.
We're all quiet today.
I know. Do you guys want some energy? Anybody have a takeaway at all from yesterday?
Honestly, I have to remember because I listened to it late last night because I wasn't on yesterday. So I have to refresh my brain for a minute and do a recap on what we
Okay. And I'll do that. I can circle back with you guys. We
Thank
talked
you.
Actually, Lorraine, did you have something to add first?
Oh, it's just that over the 3 days and having been through it again, I just sort of have a global thing. And so what yesterday's topic was, I can't sort of separate it from the whole thing.
Perfect. And that's kind of how fluid as I want this to be. I want it to be natural. I want it to be something that naturally infuses in your life as you're going through your life anyways. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to continue to go through what's left of the presentation. And most of today is going to be about me talking a little bit more about my offers. I've got another questionnaire for you that we're going to do verbally together and let you know what options you have available as you are trying to step into your confidence and your clarity. So we are going to start with sharing the screen. And so yesterday we talked a lot about being unstoppable, what it looks like, what it feels like, and in our adult life and what happens next, and goal setting and reality, because yesterday we talked about the cost of not taking action. And yes, I put you all on the spot. And did I expect you to really be able to separate it? Not necessarily, but it was taking the first 2 days and thinking about what would make you unstoppable. So the biggest lesson here, the biggest takeaway, and the biggest message that I would like to keep clear with everybody is this boils down, this clarity and confidence workshop called Essentially You talks about, actually, I'm going to come back here, talks about your self-image at the end of the day. So I would like you to grab a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm going to ask you these questions. You don't need a lot of room. I'm going to quickly go over 35 questions, and you're going to write them down on a scale, your answers down. So you can go 1 to 35. You're going to write your answers down with 1 being not very true and 5 being very true. Okay, so just to give you an idea. So I don't need your answers yet. I just want you to give yourself a rating 1 to 5. I am very confident in myself and my abilities.
Did you say 1 to 10 or 1 to 5?
1 to 5.
Okay.
Okay. This time it's 1 to 5, and I'm going to go quick because I want the first thing that comes to mind. Okay. I'm very confident in myself and my abilities. That's the first question. I like and believe in myself. I know I have a great deal to offer my family, my employer, my clients, whatever you want to put there. I am optimistic. I translate problems into opportunities. I am creative, imaginative, and a visionary. The next one, I am proactive. I get things done ahead of schedule and minimize my stress. I am committed to finishing or to finish whatever I begin. I am willing to take risks in order to achieve my goals. I am a confident decision maker. I create and attract opportunities to me. I am never bored. I treat others with dignity and respect at all times, and I expect to be treated the same way.
Is that two separate questions or one?
That's one.
Okay.
Do you want me to reread it?
No. I just didn't know if that was 12 and 13 or just 12.
No, that's actually 10. That's question number 10. So there's probably another one that got blended in, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. So question 11. I have a very positive self-image. I am an enthusiastic communicator and people like to be with me. That's number 12. I am committed to excellence and quality. I am a successful salesperson. I am a successful entrepreneur. I am a successful fill in the blank, whatever your blank is here. Question 15. I have high standards for myself and others I am around, whether it's at work or at home, people in your circle. Question 16. I am happy, a well-balanced person. I am crystal clear about my goals. I know exactly what I want and I'm clear on how to get it.
Was that two or one question, honey?
One. I know
Okay, that's what I
exactly what I
thought.
want and I'm clear on how to get it is one. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's okay. There's no right,
We're on-
wrong here either.
We're on
see at the end.
18, right?
We're going
Yes.
into 19.
19, okay.
We're
Oh, we
going
missed-
into 19. Okay.
Okay.
I'll start numbering them as I move forward. So number 19, I expect to be successful in whatever I decide to do. Number 20, I plan my time each day in order to complete activities that will help me reach my goals. By goals, I want to clarify personal and professional. I want you to revisit this when you're answering these questions, especially for the rest of the way. These are personal and professional answers. We're not separating your identity from one or the other anymore. You are you. You are going to show up as you. Okay. Question 21. I follow my plan and I am successful at reaching my goals. Number 22. I am a professional at my work or in my work, however. Question 23. I am qualified and skillful in my work. I am consistently improving. (24) I expect to win a greater percentage of the time. Question 25. I believe wholeheartedly in my products and services. And if you're working for somebody else, you can go ahead and answer that from that perspective as well. If you're representing a company in any which way, shape, or form, you can answer that question as if it's your products and services. Point number 26. I am a good listener. Question number 27. I am always organized and prepared. Question number 28. I expect people to like me. Question 29. I always take responsibility for my attitude and I consciously keep myself up at all times. Question 30. I recognize and understand the points of view of others. I am empathetic. Question 25, or sorry, 31. What was I thinking? Question 31. My public image is always professional and well-groomed. Question 32. I enjoy using current technology to work effectively. Or efficiently, or both. Effectively, efficiently, you can give yourself two ratings on that. I build rapport easily with people and get into comfortable conversations. Question 34. I am a master at asking questions of all kinds to fully understand my clients, the person I'm speaking with, the recipient. And question number 35, the last one that we're ending with here. I never present solutions without fully understanding the problem. Now we've got 35 questions on average. If you have more because you wrote them down wrong, it's not a big deal. Just grab your calculator. I'm just going to take mine and do a quick math here. So for the amount of questions, we went over 35 questions. If you have more, here's what you're going to want to do. 35 times 5, because 5 is the highest number you can possibly get. So if you've got 38 or 36 questions because of your math, just times it by 5. But for everybody else, you're looking at 175. Give yourself a total out of 175 or do the math. Right, so if you end up having 18 questions, it's 18 times 5, and then add up your numbers up until then. So if you got here late and you missed this part, it's a-okay. It's going to be on the recording, so you'll be able to catch up in a minute, and you're going to see what we do with this. So this is our self-image that we are going over before we go too far into the rest of today. When you're ready, if you're comfortable, put your numbers in the chat. So you're simply just going through and adding where you fell between 0 to 5 or 1 to 5 and adding them all up together and seeing what your numbers are. We got some numbers happening. Okay. Perfect. So we're seeing a variety of different numbers, but most of them are on the upside. And this is excellent. So thank you for sharing. What this tells me in this, what this is going to tell yourself is where you're falling right now in terms of your self-image. This is what's going to make you unstoppable. It's understanding where you are in which area of those that you have checked off or that have a lower number than what you would like. Thank you very much, Gladys. I appreciate that. I just got a quick message from her. She'll be heading out, but that's okay. We all have a variety of different needs and expectations to wear different hats. And I really appreciate everybody that's taken the time to catch the recording or join us live this week. Pay attention to your numbers here without judgment. I just want you to take a deep breath and appreciate how you feel after going through that exercise. Because that was our self-image script. And that script tells you where you're at so you can know a little bit more where to go from or where to go to. So we're going to talk about some of the things that stand in your way. And we chatted about this the other day. So I'm just going to come back to the screen share in a minute. I don't need it on. Okay. So one of the things that is standing in our way, and I mentioned this on day one, and then I believe I mentioned this a little bit later, is the masculine and the feminine energy. It's not just what you wear. It's not just how you communicate with people. It's not understanding how other people communicate with you, but where do you lie in terms of the masculine and the feminine energy? Are you still, and we talked about this at the very beginning, I will go back and screen share this. Just remind everybody what we talked about. So we learned about the personalities, we learned about the colors, we learned about, refreshing your look and enjoying the ride and becoming more of yourself. We also talked right here when we talked about the agenda, we talked a little bit on this bottom box right here about feminine and masculine energy. And why this is so important in this workshop, I want you to take that quiz that you just did and that number with no evaluation on yourself. You're looking at this with non-judgment. And now what I'd like to see you do is listen to this story about masculine and feminine energy. Most of us, most females today have pulled themselves out of divorce, are working full-time or juggling all of the hats to provide for their family. And some men too, don't get me wrong, I'm not excluding men on this, but my point is, it's not the way it used to be with defined his and her roles. And more females are stepping into the masculine energy, which is flight or flight. We can't stay there, which makes it harder for us to attract the ideal mate, harder for us to succeed in a male-dominated world in different areas, because we don't know what our role is. Or let's just say you found that perfect partner, but you don't know how to adapt and what it looks like and what it feels like, because you've been so used to taking charge and yet you love them for who they are. Way back when, there were hunters and farmers, and the men went out and hunted all of the food and all of the stuff and brought it home for the women. So they were in the masculine energy of doing. The women were they were taking care of their family. They were part of the community. They were harvesting. They were caring for people. They were the emotional connection. But the man went and brought all of the food home, and the women created from that food a meal. And that was the way things were for the longest time in society. Now, we can step into this masculine energy, and both men and women have both. We display both masculine and feminine energy all of the time. The difference is you cannot sustain the rest of your life in primarily a masculine energy. You cannot sustain all of your life in a predominantly feminine energy. You need to find the right balance for you. So when you're bouncing through a situation. Maybe you've been divorced and now you need to manage your own paycheck or your own bills because you were together as one and now you were together as two and now you're just one. You're now juggling all of the hats. You're doing all of the masculine roles and all of the physical feminine roles. But by doing that, by constantly doing and staying in this first space right here of doing and giving your time and attention to others, you are not taking care of your feminine side. You're not open to receive. You're not open to surrender. So I'm trying to move my screen down so I can see. And you're not allowing for things to come to you. You're not being seen. So think of which areas of your life you are in the masculine role, that flight or flight mode, where you are hustling, where you are doing all of this work, where you are giving all of your time, love, and attention to everybody else. That is you in masculine energy. You know, when you go, 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 and then you crash, you can't sustain that for the rest of your life. And it will come back and haunt you because this is not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to find this magical balance for you. And for some people, it means stepping into a certain wardrobe. You feel a lot more feminine when you're wearing a dress. That means it's easier for you to step into your feminine energy. If that's what it takes, do it. Light a candle. Bring in those emotions. Surrender to help. Ask for help. Be open to receive. You know, what I see in front of me is some amazing, powerful women, entrepreneurs, decision makers at companies, decision makers in their household. But how many of you, and I want your hands up here, I am going to open my screen full. I want your hands up on this one. How many of you see yourselves as a CEO of your own lives? 1, 2, a little bit. Okay, the majority of you do. Excellent. Is there room as the CEO of your life for you to be given TLC? Is there room as the CEO of your life for you to be pampered? If somebody opens the door for you, do you say thank you? Or do you say, no, I got it myself? Awesome. Ladies, I'm seeing the nods. It's really important. And I can talk a lot more about the feminine and the masculine energy. You are going to reach some barriers of your life. You're going to hit some mountains. You're going to hit some roadblocks. You are going to need to ask for help. Asking for help is feminine energy because now you're surrendering to the greater good and you believe that the help that you're going to get will come to you. Most of us at this point of our lives are afraid to ask for help. We don't want the failure. We don't want the rejection. We don't want the frowns. We don't want the judgments. That's the judgment that we're placing on ourselves, first of all. And we're normally not putting ourselves first at all. We save our working out time until later in the day, or we get all of our jobs done first, and then we do what needs to be done for ourselves, and we crash and burn. You know, when I work with my clients, we flip that script all the way around and we take care of you first thing in the morning. It's a lot like what we talked about yesterday between proactive and being reactive. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. It's going to come in different ways. I was tested twice today in terms of being open to receive. It is noon or a little bit past noon. I met a beautiful woman on Saturday, met a lot of beautiful souls, and she invited me to go to an event with her next week. And I know me, I just said, you know, if you could get the ticket, I will block my calendar and I can send you an email transfer. I know me, if I don't do it right away, it wasn't going to happen. And last night I took a night off because I needed it. And when she said she got the ticket, no problem. I'm like, great, what's your email? I'll send you the transfer. She goes, no, it's a gift. And I'm like, thank you. How many of you would have fought that gift? How many of you would have said, no, I insist? Every time you do that, you are blocking yourself from receiving. Every single time you refuse that gift, whatever that gift is, it could be opening the door. I'm going to tell you another example. So all I said was thank you. And I mean it from the bottom of my soul because I'm not fighting it at all. And I know we talked on this yesterday a little bit. So I go to my 9 a.m. meeting that I'm in, and my credit card is right here. I leave my credit card in the office because this is where I spend it the most, online stuff. So I am in this public place where you need a credit card to pay for parking. And I'm like, oh boy, what am I going to do? I can't even go in really. So I'm like, I'll just park the car for a second, go in and let them know why I can't stay. I can't stay because I can't pay for parking, because I have the cash, but you want a credit card and it's being monitored by Impact. And I go in and explain, you know what, I'm here, I'm showing up, but I didn't bring a credit card. It's in the office at home and I just can't pay for parking. So, and you know what they said to me? It's okay. We'll just take your license plate and you can stay. That's my second gift today. It can be as easy as that. And when we are open to receive, when we step out of the masculine of always being the one to give, because you're all givers here. Whether you're in HR, whether you're a boss, whether you're a leader, we are all givers. We need to be open to receive, and that is what's going to bring out our feminine energy. If you are on the dating scene, men don't know what to do with a strong female lead. We've had to go there for survival, but they are threatened because they don't step into the feminine as much as we step into the masculine. So they don't know how to handle us. We don't know how to ask for what we want at all. We don't know how to communicate, babe, I just need you to love me. Or yesterday's example, I need jelly beans and chocolate, like now. I think I thanked him 3 times, maybe 5 times for the flowers that he bought me earlier this week when I asked for jelly beans and chocolate and he came home with chocolate and flowers. And he probably thinks I'm crazy for being so grateful, but he didn't have to go over and above with such a beautiful gesture. And they're full of color and they're full of life and it's exactly what I needed. So this is like the ripple effect when you let yourself go into feminine energy. You're letting the givers, the other givers, support you. So that's huge, isn't it? Even in the small little ways, it's huge. Do you guys have any questions on that before we go too much further? No? You good? You guys are quiet today. I thought I sent you all my energy. Here you go.
So I don't have a question, but I have a comment, Sonya.
Please.
I want to say that it's so true about the feminine energy. And I love that you're talking about that because I'm in a whole course on that. I'm in the midst of, and it's really interesting when you, and I'm on the dating scene too, which is not pretty at my age, by the way. It's crazy. You get a lot of cuckoos, scammers. But anyways, all besides the point. One of the things that I have been doing and I've been very much practicing is about receiving, and that is very feminine because I am a giver. I will give everybody everything I have, and I will go into the poorhouse first before I worry about myself, right? But I have had to change that and learn that I am just as important. But one of the things is I have been receiving, and it's as simple as opening the door. And I've also been practicing one other thing that I think really helps. And I just want to share this with you guys is not only saying thank you and receiving it with open arms, is just engaging people with a smile. It can be the stranger on the street. It can be anything. It's looking people in the eye and just engaging them and being kind. It has just, I used to do it all the time and I got into a bad place. And that is part of that feminine energy. You connect. And women and men alike really appreciate it. And I've really noticed, I've received so many gifts recently, like, free service when I was getting something else done because they wanted to do it for me. All sorts of things, even the door, but it's always opening with a thank you that is so kind of you. I appreciate it.
And thank you for sharing that, because 2 things. You had mentioned there that you are very much a giver, and with you giving your smile to somebody, that's what you're doing. You're giving them your smile. Yes, you're receiving a smile back, but you are first still giving, but it makes you
Exactly.
feel good. So it's coming from a different spot,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And
But you know what? You feel good, you make other people feel good. I had
exactly.
somebody actually stop me and say, "Do I know you?" And I said, "No, but it is nice to meet a new friend every day." And that
And
just,
that is so simple. Like,
yeah,
honestly, that's one of the things I love best about my morning walks,
yeah.
sleeping. Um, but it's true, because you're meeting other like-minded people, and whether you're listening to your book, you are still waving, you're still and it feels good, doesn't it, to just have that connection.
It does.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
does. I just wanted to share that. Um, and actually, it's kind of like, I think Sonya and I talked about this. It's kind of like wearing your crown, because I have a crown also, that it's a long story. But when I'm feeling that way, and I put that on when I go and answer guys on those dating sites, by the way.
Perfect.
Show
Perfect.
them
I
that I'm the
love
boss.
that. We're gonna
They
have
don't
to.
see that, but I brings out the feminine in me, right?
And that is so important, because a man doesn't want to be with another man.
No.
You know, we've had to hustle, we've had to step into that role because life has changed. And we
Yeah.
talked about this the other day with the fairy tales and the affirmations that we say before
Yeah.
bed, but no one's really said there and say, okay, when things fall apart and you need to control your bank account and feed your family and get a job and take care of the kids, and how do you still feel like a beautiful woman who is loved and desired?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And for those that have not experienced any of that, be blessed that you are still with your partner, because I don't wish this upon anybody. And I know there's circumstances in health, and that's not what I'm talking about. Those are different circumstances.
Yeah.
On that note, guys, we are going to, that was the 12:30. That was my lunch buzzer. Remember, that happens every day. Okay, I'm going to wrap this week up with a couple of amazing offers that you can pick and choose from. I'm going to share some of my resources, and I'm going to tell you what's next. So let's start here. You all know about this book right now, right? Okay, so I have created a course, and up until the 19th, so all of these offers are for the 19th. Okay, I have created a course to take you through this book. $222 is what it'll cost you. And I've updated my link tree where you can go ahead and just click out the form and fill it out if that's what you want. Okay, if you want to do the online course, a 30-day action plan to get through this book, you also get a 45-minute call with me and unlimited reach out to via text, messenger, or Facebook, but no other appointments unless you pay for the a la carte for that. So that is one offer. Then my group coaching. So I didn't talk about this one yesterday. My group coaching offer is 4 weekly sessions, kind of like what we did today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and meals, movement, mindset, and your relationship with money. Each day we go over information. Each day we apply information. And this is for a month, and it's $888. Okay, so $888. So that's really behind the scenes. You get assignments and accountability, and there will be a back-end course that you can go through as well. So very similar to this, but on those specific topics. So 4 sessions a week for 4 weeks. There's quite a bit of information and value there. And then the next one is my one-on-one coaching that I have 16 sessions, $3,000, because I've brought that down. So it's $3,000. So all of these prices I am leaving open till Monday. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about payment plans, anything like that, you let me know. But I will share this with you. Anybody that gets any of these, and if you pay in full within 24 hours, you automatically get a 15% discount. So those are my paid information. I've also created the quarterly planner. Okay, and I don't know who's seen this planner yet or not, but this particular one is falling apart. But just to walk you through it very briefly, this is an amazing resource. Okay, well, that's done. Every single day, has this page where you can do your daily affirmations and gratitudes. Every single day has a checkoff point: journal, affirmations, reflections, movement, gratitude, money in, money out, personal development, and a spot for you to work on your day. And I will coach people through this depending on what they're looking for. We can do a la carte or we can do a program, and then a blank page for your day. So now that I've shown you that, I'm going to show you what it looks like in real life. This is what it looks like when you put some love into it. Just take a few minutes and write out your affirmations, your goals, whatever it looks like. This is what it looks like with some love into it. And then I have divided mine into quarters, my blank page, because I have 4 different things I work on during the day as a business owner, or that's all of the space I want. Now I use other space for other things like notebooks, but this is where all my information goes. There is so much more to this particular book. I just wanted to highlight it for you. And I have one more book. It's all buried because I did that trade show. This one though, my darlings, the Getting Started Guide is amazing. Okay. These are all available on Amazon, but I also am offering them if anybody wants them shipped out close. If you want to buy them directly from me, you can definitely get them from me. The only one you can't get from me is this one, the Your Story Matters. But I did give away 1 prize already for the planner, and I will be doing other draws. So somebody might win this one or a different book or even a coaching session with me. So this is the Design Your Life Your Way Getting Started Guide. What I want to show you about this is, you know, those core things I talk about. So this first is getting your foundation about who you are. Once you understand who you are and where you want to go, then you want to create the 4 pillars: meals, movement, mindset, and your relationship with money. Get those pillars nice and strong and go ahead. Thank you. Thank you. Then go ahead and get this book right here. And this book is going to, there's an action guide here, but this one talks about why change is hard. So there's a section about why change is hard. And there is a section in here about emotional eating, because most of us do emotionally eat, whether it's out of boredom, whether it's out of happiness or sadness. So I have a whole section that talks about that. We talk about daily affirmations and gratitudes in here, why they're important, and some samples. Then there is a 30-day journal in this little book. So with example journaling prompts to help get you started. Because most people don't journal for 3 reasons. They don't know where to start, they don't have time, and they don't trust who's ever in the household that's not going to read it. I've got strategies for all of those. Now, at the end here, there's a bonus toolkit that comes in this book. And starts with a bill tracker. Put all of your bills in one spot and check them off or color them once you've paid them. One of the many grocery lists you're going to find throughout the 2 books, where you can just write out some ideas. A savings wall. So this is super cool. You give your brick a denomination, whether it's $5 or a loonie, and you color the wall as you save money. Hey, you can start manifesting $100, and each time you save $100, you get a brick, whatever it is. This is yours. A to-do list and a book list. So you can see on this, I've started to write down some books that people gave me or have suggested for me. When I read the book, so I've got 2 of these pasted on my wall over here, I color them in once they're done. So this is a combination of all of my books are a combination of taking inspired action, using color, being creative. So it's a little bit like bullet journaling, a little bit like a planner, and a lot of space for your imagination and be creative. And we close this book off with this guy right here with 6 different recipes, basic recipes that people can go ahead and do. So again, I have these in person. I also offer them on Amazon. And I've got one more thing. We have another workshop coming up. The next workshop that is logical, that makes sense, is a vision board workshop. You've just done this one. The vision board workshop is technically set to start for next week, but I think I'm going to push it out a little bit. And there will be a price attached. I don't exactly know what that's going to be yet. I'm going to revisit what would make sense for people to invest in. It'll be a 3-day workshop. So you're going to want to sign up for that one if you're interested. Pre-registration is up, so you're not committing to anything. It just means you're going to get the information. Why a virtual vision board workshop is important is because we're now going to get clarity as to where we're going based on this workshop that we've just done. We're going to step into what that future version of you looks like. I already shared with you guys, I dress every day with the intention of what will I wear when I'm public speaking? What will I wear when I'm delivering a presentation? I feel that future version of me, or that real version of me, but it's becoming who I am. It makes me so much more comfortable delivering and knowing. So that's the one thing, is I definitely have, okay, so there's 2 workshops coming up. I just don't know the order. The first one is the virtual vision board workshop. The second one is, what is your relationship with money? And that's just a 1-day workshop, or not even a 1 day. It'll probably be like a little bit more, like an hour and 15. But it is very empowering, that one as well. You learn about your money avatar, you learn about your why, and then again, we can create a course and work together on that if you're not doing the group coaching. Because the group coaching, we will go through all of this together. And for those that know me well, I do quarterly weight loss challenges. So the next weight loss challenge starts October 1st and runs to November 11th. I think it's November 11th or 15th, right around there. I don't know why I wrote 11th, but it doesn't matter. They're normally for 6 weeks, and these are fantastic. These are great to bring to your workspace, your friends, your everybody. There are prizes and giveaways, and there is a cost with that one as well. And there's also a mastermind with that one. So yeah, there you go. I just dumped everything at you. And as we finish up, I am just going to take you through the rest of the slides, and then you are open to ask any questions that you have. Let me just get to where I was. All right, here's what I was going to share with you. When it comes to becoming unstoppable, every choice that you make is a chance to pursue improvements every single day. You know, let's connect. I invite you all to connect with me. I'm trying to set up these calls to see where you're at and how I can support you. But the idea is to get you started on the next step towards keeping your promises to yourself. Because you glow completely differently when your confidence is fueled by the belief in yourself instead of validation from others. These are some of the programs I just talked about, my workshops, my coaching, group coaching, reset accountability, which I've called Sprint Reset now, or CEO Reset. And guys, that's it. The one question I really want you to think about is, if you could wave a magic wand right now and have your life be perfect, what would that new life look like? And you know, that is your takeaway. That really is your takeaway. What would you have your life look like? And I'm leaving this open for questions. Does anybody have any questions at all? Got somebody messaged me saying that very excited about the books coming in on Amazon. That's excellent. And somebody else thanking me for the amazing offers. So thank you for your feedback, everybody. I really appreciate it. And before we sign off for the week,
I have a question.
yes, please.
Okay. If I buy the program to go with the Your Story Matters, is it a recording? It's a recording, right?
Yes. So what happens first is you and I will hop on a call, and I will learn a little bit more about you so I can answer your questions. And it can happen anytime throughout the 30 days. It doesn't have to be first. But yes, you right now you all have access to the back end. So I will drop the 30-day action plan into your back end so you will be able to access it. It is a step-by-step course broken down into 3 separate sections.
Okay, and we get to keep this recording, right?
Absolutely. This one or the other one?
The one that goes with the Your Story Matters?
Yes, yes. So anything that you pay for, you get to keep.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure if there'll be an end date after a year, but right now it's open. Yeah.
I already have a book, so does the book actually come with that?
No, the book doesn't come with it. So if you already have the book, and this is how it started, Lorraine, is I found out a lot of people had the book but didn't know where to start with it instead of reading front to back. And creating a course for it just made sense.
Yeah, I'm on page 48 of the
Okay.
book.
Okay. And there's so much, even to go back and to revisit and to look at things from a fresh view where you're at now is
Mhm.
huge.
Yeah.
Because there are so many different activities, right, in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the book Design Your Life Your Way, that's on Amazon.
Okay, the only one that I don't physically have. So if you live in London, St. Thomas area or anywhere else, I can drop off or ship off the book or you can pick it up. But if you're a little bit further, then they're all on Amazon.
I'm in Hamilton.
They're all on Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean, I can mail it out, but you'll get it sooner at Amazon. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I go to
Sonya,
Hamilton once a month.
I mean, I can hop in the car and go, but I don't want to make that commitment with everything going on
I
right
go
now.
once a month, so if it's by the time I go, I'll gladly bring it to you.
You live in
Perfect.
Hamilton? Do you,
Yeah, I have an
Sonia?
aunt in Hamilton.
yeah?
Sonia, are you going to be putting that 35 question quiz on the back end?
I can. Would you like me to?
Could you please? Because like I said, I got the numbers all goofed up. And like you said, I want to focus on the ones that I gave 2s or I gave 1s, or I'd like to
Yes.
know what
Yeah.
those are. So if you could do that, that would be great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
I'll
I
put them
wanna-
in the back end for everybody. And you know, I
I
really
wanted to ask
hope,
that too.
yeah, I will. I'll make myself a note to do that. Questions.
Because I would really like to retake that test in 6 months and
Yes.
see what the difference is.
And there's
Yes.
another quiz or test that I thank you so much. Another test or quiz that I put in the back end about the 22 questions. And if you haven't answered that one's really good too, to tell
Okay.
you where you're at. Yeah. But yes, I will put this up. I will try to do this today. Today's back end might be a little bit tighter because I am presenting at the London Chamber of Commerce tonight. I've got a booth, so I need to finish this and then go back over there. But I'm going to try to get everything uploaded and done as soon as I can before I do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, that's funny. I can't go tonight because I have my AGM, but yeah.
I'm at Brescia College. Actually, it's perfect.
I know it's great there, isn't it?
Well, it'll be perfect for what I'm.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Funny, I would have saw you because I was supposed to go and then I realized our AGM is tonight and I have to work that. So
Guys, thank you so much for attending. I have one more ask for those that are here. Oh, Marianne, did you see the message from Lorraine
Yep.
there? Okay, perfect. For those that are here today and are catching the recording, I would be very appreciative if you could give me a Google review on this workshop. You know, that is my ask in return. Whether you purchase something or refer somebody else to me, that's a bonus. But a Google review for people to see that for the future to attend my workshops. Most of my reviews are personal training, which is great, but I do so much more than that now. So
Perfect.
thank you.
Oh, sorry, Marianne, that's Gmail. I spelled Gmail wrong.
that's okay. I do the same thing all the time.
Typing.
Yes, I put both of mine in there. So both my
Okay,
business
thank
and
you.
my personal one. You're welcome. I just,
So, and I have plenty of books here, so that is so sweet. So guys, is there anything else before we sign off and I get this uploaded in the back end?
I don't think so.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. This was wonderful.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you
Guys,
so much.
thank you so much for coming and for attending and for sharing with your friends. And, you know, I'm excited to learn all of your takeaways as we grow through them. Have a good day, and we will talk soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Have a great day.